I think I should get a discount on my taxes because I'm doing the work of the Social Security, because again they made mistakes. So this is for 2000 and this is the file for 2024 and this is the file for 2026. Yeah, and I know that there are people who say like maybe you should shut up and be docile and obedient and don't nag, and I really have multiple sides to me. Sometimes I'm exactly like that, and that sometimes I don't feel like that at all because it's freaking unfair. So what turns out now in the social security system, it says I was only in the hospital, and then afterward the clinic didn't do their work. Well, maybe the clinic did their work, but then maybe their work was not what was supposed to be. So I needed to do the work, and then you need, even though you're in a psychiatric institution, you need to send your stuff the next day to the social security. Yeah, and then obviously you need to prove that you're send it with a date preferably, but they cannot give that because that's, you know, so you're already in a psychiatric institution, and then you can be considered paranoid if you say I would like to have proof that I send that with a date. And it's like, yeah, but you send it on lettre recommandation, a registered letter. Yeah, but I want to have proof that I send it on that date. And since I cannot go out without a note from the psychiatrist who's not there at the moment, and if she's there, you're lucky that she gives you 5 minutes per day. You don't know when she's going to be, and she's going to call on a phone that's in your room, but you don't have the phone in your room. And then you're the crazy one. Yeah. So thank God I was paranoid, and I asked for proof that I sent it, which is good because apparently it didn't arrive. Yeah, and also the sortie, the going out against medical advice thingy, it didn't arrive. No, and the télétransmissionné by the doctor, the two of them, not one but two, it didn't arrive neither. No, so I need to do all that work, and since they're a little bit like I don't know what date comes after the 27th. Is it like 8 or whatever? Yeah. So what I need to do is I need to mark that, 27. After that it's 28. So it doesn't mean like it's a new sick leave. No, it's a prolongation of the old one. So you don't need to pay me less because it's an initial one, because that's not the case. Yeah, and apparently it's not very obvious when that's in the system, because I don't know how the system works. Maybe it's the same system that, what I talked about before, that if you're 100% coverage because you have cancer and it's in the system, and the system gives you a printout that you're 100% covered, then the doctors cannot keep that because it's not on your card. That's linked to the system. Yeah, because you need to update your card, even though they stick it every time you go to the doctor. They stick it in a box which is linked to the system, and then still is not updated. Anyway, maybe I need to be French in order to understand that system. But what I understood from French people, even French people are really bothered by all of this. So just to say that I'm redoing everything. I kept proof. I made copies. I marked like this is number 1, this is number 2, with the year, with the mistake. No, this was the mistake. So with a big arrow to the corner where was the mistake, because maybe, you never know what you're gonna get. And then, yeah, like that. So let's see how that continues. And I'm gonna send it by registered letter. And then with reception proof, because again, you need to pay like, I don't know how much money to get that to there. So, yeah, welcome to France. Did I already say that I'm not here about voluntary choice, but that I'm obliged to live here because a judge considered it the best option for the best interest of the children, that they would get the mom who took full-time care of them since they were born, 1 weekend per month. Yeah, and the youngest was 3 and the oldest was 8, and I breastfed the youngest till he was 2, and we did attachment parenting. So yeah, maybe the psychologist should take that into consideration before she just starts discussing recipes with my ex on pizzas and God knows what else. Yeah, so yeah, welcome to society. And then I'm supposed to be the crazy one. Well, I'm very happy that I was paranoid in the psychiatric institution, and I asked for proof of the date that I sent that thing. Yeah.